Halo semua, selamat malam adik-adik. Kembali lagi di live stream Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishment. Apa kabar semuanya? Apakah sudah makan atau sudah siap memecahkan kasus terakhir ini adik-adik? Ayo dibantu like dan share dulu yuk. Malam Lord, halo Zeta, halo Asih, halo Yosi, malam Fadlan, halo Ahmad Rafi. By the way, katanya internet lagi down ya, apa benar adik-adik? Malam Pawets, katanya internet lagi down, apa benar? Halo Kaisan, Indiom Jawa lagi tolol. Iya Mas Robby Indiom kayak babi, waduh. Malam di Manzel. Indiomo meresahkan emang. Bukannya kamu first media? Tadi kita buka game dulu ya. Thank you Bukori. Akhirnya membership. Nice Tokyo. Thank you Bukori. Balik kau saya nggak siapa tadi. Iya Luna. Langsung aja ya. Holy shit. Sabar adik-adik ya. Di style dulu nih. Matiin ini. Lalu kita hidupkan ini. Facecamnya agak kita dekatin. Gue jadi deg-degan, Cok. Kenapa malam ini agak deg-degan adik-adik? Apakah ini kasus ke-6? Waalaikumsalam Zidan. Bentar adik-adik ada chat. Kenapa Romi? Oke, bocil teoris yang membantu memecahkan kasus. Gua deg-degan ya adik-adik. Katanya bentar lagi kasus terakhir. Apakah ini kasus terakhir? 1. The Fate of the Black Peter. Riddle on the Rail. Kasus 2. Bloodbath. Kasus ketiga. Gua kecilin dulu musiknya anjing serem. The Abbey Grange Affair. Kasus keempat. The Kew Gardens Drama. Ini yang terakhir kemarin adik-adik. A Half Moon Walk. Nah ini nih yang sekarang bakal kita gas nih. Deg-degan cok. Let's go adik-adik. Apakah kalian sudah siap adik-adik? Di share dan like dulu. Ntar ngulang-ngulang nih soalnya nih. Bang aku telat, bang aku telat. Nah malas tuh. Ya nggak apa-apa Mezi. Halo Yardan. Ya Bayu. Naura nggak takut kah? Naura nggak takut kah dengan game ini? Oke adik-adik. Let's go. Langsung aja. Emang ada horornya bang, kok serem? Kan ini game pembunuhan. A half moon walk. Setengah bulan setengah ya, jalan bulan setengah. Udah liat trailer buat Sherlock yang baru, Kul. Udah.
Where are you going, Holmes? Have you been invited somewhere?
We have been invited, Watson.
We have. Where to?
To the Baker Street Irregulars' annual dinner. They sent us an invitation. It is on the table.
A dinner? How could those street urchins afford anything like that? I can't understand your interest in them, Holmes. They're dirty. They wouldn't hesitate to steal your wallet.
Watson, you should be excited. It is a secret dinner. Its location changes every year. Read the menu. Sounds mouth-watering.
All right. We, the secret police of Baker Street, invite you, Sherlock Holmes, and Dr. Watson to our annual dinner. Menu, entree, frozen rat head salad. Is this a joke?
Not at all. Pray continue.
Main course, sow's udder in Danny Nutcracker's way. Sounds disgusting, Holmes. Hedgehog goulash. Street turnips in homemade juice. And it goes on.
I can hear them on the stairs now.
Well, we can't go there. We can't eat that.
Watson, you'll hurt the feelings of those poor children. We have to go.
Oh, Mr. Holmes.
It is fine, Mrs. Hudson.
Mr. Holmes!
Wiggins, Dr. Watson is getting ready. He will be delighted to join us. You don't look well, my young man. Is there something wrong? Don't tell me the dinner is cancelled.
Mr. Holmes, it's my brother Leighton. He's in a prison cell. They say he's killed 2 men. You have to help us, Mr. Holmes, because I know he didn't do it.
Where is he now?
From what I've heard, they took him to the yard, and they gave him a good beating already. You know what they're like. They'll hang him. They won't look any further.
Holmes, we have to help him.
And forget about the dinner? Wiggins, I'll take the case.
You're fantastic, Mr. Holmes. I'll be waiting for you at the crime scene. You'll be there, right? It's on Half Moon Street in Whitechapel.
Very well.
Oke, jadi ceritanya tadi itu awal-awal Sherlock Holmes katanya kita diundang nih untuk acara makan-makan malam. Nah, yang undang itu si Wiggins ini, anak-anak gelandangan itu gitu. Nah, terus pas dibaca sama si Dr. Watson kan, apa ini menunya nggak jelas, katakan menjijikkan gitu ya kan. Menunya tikus lah gitu-gitu kan. Nah, terus tiba-tiba Sherlocknya masa nggak ikut, kasihan nanti anak-anak itu sedih dia katanya kan. Nah, terus si Wigginsnya tiba-tiba datang. Nah, si Wiggins ini datang, tergesa-gesa. Dia bilang, ini tentang abangnya gitu. Abangnya dituduh membunuh 2 orang pria. Nah, jadi dia minta tolong sama Sherlock Holmes, karena dia tahu abangnya nggak mungkin melakukan itu. Nah, jadi dia disuruh datang ke jalan Half Moon Street sekarang, oke? So, kita seperti biasa, kita cek dulu. Task kita ngapain? Oke, berarti kesini nyari bukti untuk menyelamatkan kakak Wiggins, benar. Solve the crime at Half Moon Street. Investigate the crime scene and talk to witnesses at Half Moon Street. Interrogate Leighton and examine his belongings at Scotland Yard. Oke. Easy. Kita langsung aja ke Half Moon Street terlebih dahulu. Nah, kita interogasi dulu deh ya. malam-malam gini jalannya. Wait, what? Wait. Where do we go? Apakah ke sini? Oh, what? Wait, what? Is this the...
Please, gentlemen, leave the scene now. Oh, Mr. Holmes, is that you?
Good evening, Constable...
Constable Marrow. I was here with Inspector Aberline during the Ripper case, Mr. Holmes, back in '88. But then this is nothing like that case. With this one, we've got the murderer, the weapon, and the statements, which speak for themselves.
Of course, Mara. But you know that appearances can sometimes be deceiving.
Kita tanya dulu korbannya gimana?
Who were the victims?
Siapa
The
korbannya?
two men here, both shot. The stabbed fellow
Dua
was Brian
ditembak.
Vercotti, a well-known ruffian. The other, Kenneth Butler, a jeweler by trade.
Rufian itu apa ya?
You spoke of statements. You have witnesses?
Well, I was there, so I gave my own statement. And then there were two other witnesses who said they saw the killer Chapman. Mr. Turner, a gentleman who lives in that flat over there. And Polly Powell, a flower seller, who was over at the far side of the street.
Testimony.
So, Constable Marrow, I should be delighted to hear your testimony.
I was standing at the north side of Half Moon Street. That was the side that you came from.
But you would have been unable to observe this part of the street, where we are standing now.
That is correct. But I saw the two victims slowly enter Half Moon Street, and then shortly after, the fireworks started. A few minutes after that, the fellow Chapman rushed towards me and ran into Half Moon Street.
Please continue.
I didn't pay attention, but suddenly I heard a woman's cries and police whistles on the other side of Half Moon Street. I rushed over there and I saw the two dead bodies on the ground. When I reached Whitechapel Street, I saw Leighton Chapman. He'd been caught by two police constables.
Oke, ini udah cukup panjang ya. Yang jelas tadi si polisi ini ada di situ, Constable Marrow ini ada di sana, tapi dia nggak ngelihat. Sebenarnya dia nggak bisa ngelihat karena dia jaganya itu ketika pas waktu masuk tadi. Nah, tapi orang ini berdua masuk dengan pelan katanya kan. Terus nggak lama kemudian apa sih namanya, firework, kembang apinya hidup. Nah lalu orang ini si Leighton ini ada di sana gitu. Pas dia ngecek, Leighton itu ada di Chapman ini, abangnya Wiggins itu ada di sana. Udah ditangkap sama dua constable yang lain. Nah,
Did you hear the shots?
apakah kau mendengar
I
tembakannya?
didn't hear any shots. The fireworks
dengar
were
dia.
all over the sky. They were so loud I couldn't hear anything else.
Tuh, nggak dengar dia. Ingat adik-adik ya, dia nggak dengar tembakannya. Nggak telat kok. Dia nggak dengar tembakannya adik-adik. Nah, sekarang coba kita tanya nih, fireworks, kembang apinya.
What were the fireworks in honor of, Constable?
Well, today's Queen Victoria's birthday, Mr. Holmes.
Yes, I appear to have lost track of the days.
Thank you,
It is
Lord.
May now, of course.
Detail.
Constable Marrow, what else caught your attention while you were running through Half Moon Street?
I saw nothing but rats, and I took the time to light every corner with my lamp.
Dia pokoknya nggak ngeliat apa-apa, katanya dia cuma ngeliat tikus-tikus aja. Jendelanya Mr.
Did you
Turner.
happen to look up at Mr. Turner's window when you were on Half Moon Street at that time?
Yes, I saw that the window was open, but no one was there. It was dark in the room.
Constable, your statements have been of great value to me.
Oke, itu keterangannya. Jujur aja agak susah mentranslatekannya ke kalian semua, guys. Gue berharap kalian ini ya bisa translate sendiri. Sekarang kita examine dulu Kenneth Butler. Kok gue curiga sama Mr. Turner ya? The fuck? Baru mulai, cok. Ya, ini ada mata elang dulu nih, kita cek dulu. Head, wow.
The bullet struck his head. This man didn't stand a chance.
Langsung tembak di kepala ya. Oke, di kantong kirinya ada
This
kunci.
is an ordinary key. I wonder what kind of door it opens.
Dia pegang kunci, tapi kunci nggak diambil. What? Wait. Stuck object. Pieces of wood.
A piece of wood that is stuck between the cobblestones. Let us take a closer look.
Ada potongan kayu adik-adik. Ada potongan kayu.
This shard of wood is quite new.
Dan patahannya baru. Bekas patahannya baru. Waalaikumsalam. Sekarang kita coba Brian Ferrotti. Alright.
He tried to stop the bleeding with his hand. Death was not instant.
Oke, yang ini matinya nggak instan nih. Dia mati dia ditembak di perut nih. Yang ini nggak instan soalnya. Yang satu di kepala lukanya.
The bullet penetrated his stomach. A dreadful wound.
Tuh, tembus perut.
A tattoo from Westgate Prison. Vacotti must have done some time there.
Westgate Prison. Dia pernah di penjara kayaknya.
Brian Vacotti suffered greatly. What a terrible way to die.
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
Holmes.
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
Oke, kita tanyain aja dulu satu-satu. Bapak ini. Ian Turner.
Good evening, Mr. Turner.
I heard Constable Barrow reply to you as Mr. Holmes. Are you that detective gentleman? I've heard of you. And well, I know things about this evening.
Excellent. Might we hear your story?
Oke, kita tanya dulu cerita dari dia.
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
I was already in bed when the fireworks started. A few moments after, I clearly heard 2 gunshots from outside.
Nah, yang ini katanya dia mendengarkan tembakan
I
katanya.
quickly got up and I grabbed the lamp from my nightstand and I rushed towards the window. I looked down and I saw 2 bodies. And there was a man with a gun who was standing nearby.
Where exactly?
Well, near this body.
Did he notice you?
I don't think so. He rushed towards Whitechapel Street without looking around.
Menurut Mr. Turner ini dia mendengar ada 2 tembakan ya. Lalu ketika dia mendengar tembakan itu dia kebangun terus nurun tangga lihat dari jendela dan di sana ada seseorang megang pistol katanya. Apakah ada orang lain?
Mr.
Ya,
Turner,
kawan.
did
Apa
you
itu, kawan?
see anyone else in the street?
No, I saw no one but that
Mana
man,
aku malam ini?
the murderer, the fellow they caught.
Aduh, aku besok kerja pagi kawan. Lihat dulu ya. Serius nih, nggak bohong aku. 2 distinctive shots.
Were the 2 shots you heard consecutive?
Yes, there was a very short pause between them, and they sounded
Ayolah, kalau
different somehow. It seemed to me that the second shot was
sampai jam
louder
2
than the
boleh
first.
lah.
That is an
Jam
interesting
3.
comment.
Jangan sampai pagi aja. Tadi dia ngomong apa, Cok?
Mr. Turner, what were your actions after you stepped up to the window?
I was afraid that the man with a gun might return, so I stayed close to the window till I saw the policeman coming in the Half Moon from Whitechapel. Then I walked out to tell them everything I saw.
Oke. Tadi kita inspect dia dulu. Ayo main-main nanti abis nih. Abis kasus ini dulu. Selesaikan dulu nih. Apa ini yang bisa kita tarik kesimpulan dari dia nih? Hidungnya mancung, no? The fuck? Oke. Medal clasp, balaclava, crime one, war veteran. Oh, ingat adik-adik, dia war veteran. Berarti dia mantan tentara dulu. Mantan tentara nih dulu ya. Artinya dia juga bisa nih menembakkan pistol. Oke, kancingnya lepas 1. Poor life, anjing miskin cok katanya. Require support weak leg. Oke. Kakinya lemah katanya.
You have helped us a great deal, Mr. Turner.
Sekarang ada deduksi nih. Dark window sama oke. Jadi kalau menurut siapa namanya? Menurut polisi Constable Mero tadi, dia ngelihat dari jendela itu gelap di sana, nggak ada apa-apa, gelap. Sementara di dalam rumah itu kan ada Mr. Turner. Nah, sekarang kita kondisikan dulu nih. Dark window sama penglihatan si Turner. Apa hasilnya nih? Semangat Bang Upi, kalau memang istirahat capek aja Bang. Kalau memang capek istirahat aja Bang Upi. Iya. Pintar guys, ntar kita main Dota bareng guys. Habis ini. Conflicting statement. Mr. Turner bilang kalau dia masih tetap di jendela sampai polisi tiba. Bagaimanapun ini agak berbeda ya dengan statementnya si Constable Mero. Karena Constable bilang tidak melihat siapapun di jendela. Oke, dari baru deduksi pertama aja udah mencurigakan. Yang satu katanya ngelihat, yang satu enggak. Alright. Ini kasus terakhir kah? Kayaknya masih ada satu lagi guys. Oke, let me in. Gak mau? Oke.
I'll do anything to save my brother, Mr. Holmes.
Tuh, yang jadi kena tuduh tuh abangnya si Wijin sini kan, kasihan nih. Rupanya memang bener kasihan pula lagi. Baik. Ya balik-balik. Waduh, balik-balik tidak membership. Apa nih? High class Thornton Shoe Repairs, Half Moon Street. Oke. Wow. Where do we go? Mirror.
This mirror is turned towards Half Moon Street.
Jendela ini memperlihatkan jalan itu. Supaya apa ya? Tanya ke penjual bunga bang, oke.
Mrs. Powell?
What do you want?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the crime that took place this evening.
Well, I've already gave my testimony, but very well.
Ya, aku udah kasih tahu pendapatku, tapi ya udah.
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen?
Bolehkah
or heard?
kau menceritakan apa yang kau lihat?
Yes. I was selling my flowers as usual, and then the fireworks began in honor of Queen Victoria. I enjoyed those. But then, all of a sudden, a young lad ran out of Half Moon Street and stopped just by me. He had a gun in his hand. He was like a ghost and all covered in blood. It was dark, but I could see him because of the flashes from the fireworks.
And then?
I screamed as loud as I could. I knew that a policeman should be on duty in the vicinity. He had no time to escape. 2 constables got him. Then another constable came out from the very same street, and I heard him talking of a horrible murder.
Oke, jadi kata dia, dia ngelihat ada seorang pemuda berjalan di jalan Half Moon Street ini, pakai pistol, ya. Terus badannya tuh udah bersimbah darah. Itu jalan ini sangat gelap, tapi aku bisa ngelihatnya karena tiba-tiba waktu itu kembang apinya meledak katanya. Jadi dia bisa lihat, lalu dia berteriak dan datang 2 constable polisi lalu ditangkap itu. Nah, cuman gini, kalau misalnya ditembak bersamaan dengan bunyinya kembang api, harusnya si pemuda itu nggak kelihatan kan di jalan ini gitu. Maksudnya itu pasti masih di sana kan, masih nembak dia. Ngerti nggak maksudnya? Ini soalnya ini kan udah jalan keluar ini. Langsung aja lah, the shots.
Mrs. Powell, did you hear the
Apakah kau mendengar
gunshots?
tembakan
I'm
pistol?
not sure. You know, what with the fireworks?
Tuh, dia sendiri nggak jelas.
Did you see anyone else leaving Half Moon Street prior to or at the time of the crime?
No, sir, I did not. Even with all the fireworks, I was very attentive, as I'm always on the lookout for customers.
Tuh,
My thanks to you, Mrs.
nggak ada
Powell.
orang lewat katanya. Kasus ini rada-rada dark anjing. What the fuck? Kaget anjing. Oh. Gak bisa ke sana ya? Oh, gak bisa ke sana. Oke. Nah, ini nih pembunuhannya kan di sana tuh. Berarti dia sempat lari nih kayak gini. Nah, terus stop di sini, diteriak, ketangkap sama orang. Oke. Ada pintu di sini.
Locked.
Lock, dikunci.
Locked.
Kunci ya. Mr. Turner dengarnya tembakan 1, suara lemah, tembakan 2, suara kencang. Tapi Mrs. Paul bilang nggak dengar sama sekali, padahal mereka berdua deket. Tapi dia bilang nggak yakin gitu loh.
Locked.
Yang jelas polisi bilang nggak dengar. Constable Merrow nggak dengar. Nggak bisa. Lawan Rooney. Oke, kita tanya lagi. The contradiction. Kita tanya nih, kok berbeda nih keterangan kalian nih?
Mr. Turner, you have stated that you remained close by your window after the crime. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, Mr. Holmes. I stayed at my window until the policeman arrived to examine the dead bodies.
Tuh, dia katanya masih tetap di jendela. Tapi Turner contradiction nih.
That is very interesting, Mr. Turner. Constable Marrow stated that he did not see anyone at the window when he was running through Half Moon Street.
Well, I think Constable Marrow and me, we might have been distracted by the whistles and shouts coming from Whitechapel. We could have missed each other somehow. You understand what I mean? It was a bit of a stressful moment, to tell you the truth, sir.
Allow me to form my own theories, Mr. Turner. Would you mind showing me the view that you had from your window?
Oke, kita investigasi.
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. Please, follow me.
Oh, tuh kakinya tengkak adik-adik ya. Kakinya udah.
Mr. Turner appears to live very modestly.
Oke. Ini ya. Kita minta dia lihat pemandangan dari jendela nih. Window. Oke.
So, that's the view Mr. Turner had when he opened the window.
Tuh, dari sini nih kelihatan Mr. Turner nih.
The dead body of Kenneth Butler. Brian Vercotti's contorted corpse. Mr. Turner had a perfect view of the crime scene. He saw the bodies clearly, and Leighton Chapman standing over them.
Jadi ini pemandangan dari jendela Mr. Turner. Gimana menurut kalian adik-adik? Dia bisa ngeliat dengan jelas sih. Bisa ngeliat dengan jelas nih. Apakah dia yang berbohong atau siapa yang berbohong?
Anything else you would like to know, Mr. Holmes?
Oke, what the fuck? Ada pisau.
This kitchen knife is quite sharp.
Ini rada tajam. Whipping. Charred pepper. Oh, what?
There are pieces of shredded paper scattered over the table. His kitchen knife was used to cut the paper.
Oke, jadi pisau ini katanya untuk motong sesuatu ya, kayak kertas gitu di atas meja ini. Oke, kita cek dulu nih. Ada tongkat. Hah? Potongan itu adik-adik.
A perfect match.
Tuh.
So, Mr. Turner broke his stick when it became stuck between the cobblestones. He did not mention that he was so near to the victims.
Kenapa ada potongan kayu tadi di sana? Sementara itu patahan dari tongkat ini adik-adik.
The books on this shelf are in a mess. It looks as though Mr. Turner was trying to find something in a hurry here a short while ago.
Tuh dia di sini. Tempat bukunya agak berantakan. Kayaknya si Mr. Turner mencari sesuatu gitu dalam waktu yang cepat. Kol.
This fire is dying out. It was last tended to over an hour ago.
Oke, 1 jam yang lalu hidupkan. Ada api. Seperti ada potongan kertas di sini. Tuh kan ada potongan kertas nih.
The papers are almost entirely burned. I am unable to see what's written here. These words are illegible.
Tuh kan ada kertas pokoknya dibakar, nggak tahu nih.
The papers were thrown into the fire just a short while ago.
Baru dilempar. Malam Dota atau Kalo Kol. Kemungkinan Dota adik-adik. Oke.
Mr. Turner was roused from his bed by the sound of gunshots.
Katanya di sini si Mr. Turner itu dia baru ini ya. Pas dengar bunyi tembakan dia langsung keluar, langsung ke sana. Oke. Oke. Dia baru bangun. Lalu dia mengambil sesuatu dari sana. Cut papers with knife. Lalu dia memotong sesuatu dari situ. Lalu approach the body, took something. Menghancurkan sesuatu. Apakah seperti ini adik-adik? Tuh. Tongkat. Terus dia motong-motong sesuatu dari situ. Terus dia ngelihat ada mayat di sana. Terus dia turun cepat-cepat untuk mengambil sesuatu. Lalu dia balik.
No, it didn't happen this way.
Oke. Salah gua adik-adik. Salah. Coba ulang lagi ya. Yang jelas pertama dia bangun dari sini. Lalu took something. Lalu dia melihat. Lalu mengambil sesuatu. Lalu dipotong. Lalu dibuang. Nice. Apakah benar kayak gitu?
No,
Loh.
it didn't happen this way.
Gimana adik-adik? Salah lagi. Salah adik-adik, nggak kayak gitu. Yang jelas dari sini. Bentar. Wait, what? Oh, dia udah ngambil tongkat. Oke.
No, it didn't happen this way.
Oke, dia udah ngambil tongkat adik-adik. Berarti bukan ngambil tongkat. Oke, tuh. Dari sini berarti dia langsung ngecek. Nih. Salah. Langsung ngecek. Baru dia approach the body. Baru dia gunting-gunting, buang, baru dia meletak. Bener gak kayak gitu? Mesti kayak gini kan terus anjing, nggak bisa korek langsung gitu.
No, this way.
What? Gimana adik-adik? Sumpah gue bingung nih. Tadi kan raknya berantakan, berarti dia buru-buru ngambil tongkat setelah ngelihat mayat. Get up, terus buka window, terus balikin tongkat. Potong paper plus, terus balikin tongkat. Bentar, gimana? Pusing nih, anjing baru pertama nih. Pokoknya dia bangun. Terus lihat kaca. Masalah tuh dia ngambil tongkat adik-adik. Ini. Bangun tuh nggak yang pertama bang. Terus yang pertama apa? Yang pertama apa kalau gitu? Kalau bukan ini. Granit kan yang kayak gitu barusan yang aku pakai, nggak mau dia. Jatuh tongkat dulu bang, baru potong kertas. Oke, gua paham. Bangun tidur dulu. Terus dia ngelihat sesuatu. Terus approach the body. Habis approach the body, nah dia took something. Nah baru cut with paper. Iyalah, dia kan mengambil sesuatu dari sana. Bukunya. Nggak bisa langsung oke aja gitu ya. Nah, potong, dia ambil buku, baru dia buang. Benar kan?
So Mr. Turner used a book to hide an object that he found on Kenneth Butler's body. The question is, what did he find?
Oke, udah jelas ya. Jadi pertanyaannya sebenarnya apa yang dia cari di situ? Ada books, ada buku, ada fat prints. Ini.
I can see prints from greasy fingers upon the cover of this book. Let us take a closer look.
Tuh ada bekas sidik jari adik-adik. Moby Dick kan cerita ikan paus nih.
Well now, what a find. A precious jewel concealed inside a book.
Oh, yang tadi kan si Kenneth Butler itu kan jeweler adik-adik, tukang jual perhiasan gitu. Nah, mungkin dia ngambil ini nih dari badannya si Kenneth. Nyuri lah.
A bracelet with unique ram's head design. A distinctive feature of ancient Grecian artifacts, probably of the Hellenistic era.
Oke. Oke. Lalu apa? Seperti dia mengambil sesuatu. Ngomong lagi kita. Walking through the window.
Mr. Turner, how would it be possible for a man of advanced years, such as yourself, to rush from his bed to the window in a matter of seconds, as you have stated?
Well, I'm able to move very quickly despite my age. And when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
Oh, katanya ya, kata Holmes kan gimana mungkin kau bisa jalan cepat gitu kan dengan kaki kau kayak gitu, dengan umur kayak gitu, katanya ya aku bisa aja jalan cepat gitu. Terus tergantung situasi juga. Terus antik bracelet. Ah, salah anjing. Malam ini.
Well, I'm able to move very quickly despite my age. And when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
Dia potong kertas buat simpan barang curiannya. Benar, AOP, nice. The fuck? Benar, AOP, benar. Dia potong kertas buat simpan barang curiannya, benar.
I'm able to move very quickly despite my age. And when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
Turner Slim. Slimnya apa ya?
I highly doubt that, Mr. Turner. I observe that you suffer a severe limp due to your injured right leg. It would have taken at least 10 seconds for you to approach the window. That means you could have easily missed something or someone in Half Moon Street during that time.
You're right, Mr. Holmes. I could have missed something. But it did seem to me that everything happened so quickly. Oh, time can pull tricks on you.
Oke, kebenarannya?
And what of everything else that you told us? Mr. Turner, it is vital that we have your complete and true statement.
Mr. Holmes, I do assure you that the other things I said were most sincere.
Ya, selebihnya katanya benar, katanya. Selain dari yang tadi itu ya, selebihnya benar. The antique bracelet.
Mr. Turner, you were not sincere with me. Not then, and not
Loh,
now.
penipu anjing nih.
But Mr. Holmes,
This, Mr. Turner, does not look like anything that a poor man might possess. It is worth more than the home that you live in.
I can explain.
Bisa
No,
jelaskan.
merely correct me if I am wrong. You saw Leighton Chapman through the window, but you also noticed a glittering object on the ground, this precious jewel. You walked down and took the bracelet from the body of Kenneth Butler, and when you heard the whistles, you hurried away. That broke your walking stick. It caught fast between the cobbles.
Ini mikirnya
Constable Marrow was
hancur.
unable to see you in the window as you were climbing up the stairs on your way back to your flat. Upon returning home, you hid the precious jewel inside a book.
Mr. Holmes, please don't send me to prison. I didn't do anything bad. I'm just a poor man. When I chanced upon the bracelet, I saw it as an opportunity to make a little money. I was desperate. I only took the bracelet, that's all, I swear.
You made a mistake by lying to me. But you are not a criminal. I believe that. Although I must return this bracelet to its rightful owner.
Oke. Jadi ya itulah kebohongan yang dia ceritakan kan. Jadi intinya itu dia pas ngelihat si Kenneth Butler ini, dia langsung turun ngambil ini perhiasannya. Tapi dia cuma sekedar ngambil perhiasan, bukan ngebunuh ya. Itu dia.
I wish this crime had never happened, Mr. Holmes.
Tuh. Ya intinya dia cuma salahnya di situ aja sih. Ngambil emas itu, ngambil perhiasan. Malam.
I'll do anything to save my brother, Mr. Holmes.
Oke.
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
Terus kemana nih kita lagi nih? Intinya dia cuma bapak-bapak tua miskin ya. Oke. What? Nggak bisa ke sini, Cok. Kemana nih kita lagi adik-adik? Itu mat bukannya dipindahin dulu. Nggak bisa soalnya dia harus tetap dulu nih diinvestigasi sampai udah pasti, udah forensik datang baru bisa. Paul sebelah Watson. Watson.
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
Gak ada apa-apa. Coba cek dekat Watson. Oh ini kah? Oh iya anjing.
A fairly long pole with a forked end.
Tuh, ada senjata apa tuh? Tuh, nih. Ujungnya kayak gitu. Bisa mengaitkan.
A fairly long pole with a forked end.
Oke. Apalagi nih?
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your
Waalaikumsalam,
investigation, Mr. Holmes.
I'll do anything to save my brother, Mr. Holmes.
Ya, jail Wiggins, jail.
Such a young man, and already a murderer.
Ada pengait. Ada pengait, terus di sini ada kaca.
Locked.
Ini nggak bisa ditanya ya, bapak-bapak ini. Apa? Oh, kita interogasi dulu. Bentar. Coba kita tas dulu. Solve the crime, interrogate Lecton and examine his belongings at Scotland Yard, investigate and find out how we could have. Oke. Berarti sekarang menurut gue kita udah habis ini kita ke Scotland Yard dulu ya. Itu biasanya buat mancingan gede kayak tuna. Oke. Bang, kunci yang tadi gak bisa buat buka pintu. Oh ya, kita kan punya kunci ya. Oke, ntar deh kita inspek lagi.
Mr. Holmes, whatever brings you here so late at night?
I'm interested in the case of young Leighton Chapman. He was arrested earlier this evening and accused of a double murder.
I beg your pardon? That case is quite clear to the police. Or are there any new facts that we don't know about?
Who knows, Inspector?
Look, you are free to investigate, of course, Mr. Holmes. Chapman was arrested with a revolver in his possession, which you can find in the evidence room. The suspect himself is in custody.
Did you find anything else on his person?
A few personal belongings. Nothing particular, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, Lestrade.
Gimana katanya? Waalaikumsalam, Telfox. Bentar. Gue tadi nggak nyimak. Ya, coba. Search archive. Dialog. Mr. Holmes, whatever bring-nya. Aku tertarik dengan kasus Leighton Chapman. Itu sudah kasus ini jelas katanya kan. Apakah kau mempunyai fakta-fakta yang kami nggak ketahui? Siapa tahu katanya kan. Oke, katanya kan. Kau bebas untuk menginvestigasi, tentu saja, Mr. Holmes. Chapman ditangkap dengan sebuah senjata revolver di tangannya ya, yang bisa kau temukan di ruang bukti. Orangnya sendiri ada di sini katanya kan. Apakah kau menemukan hal yang lain? A few personal belongings, nothing particular. Oke, saatnya kita cek dulu. Yuk, kita cek dulu. Wait. Evidence room di sini ya. Nih, senjata
So
ini.
this is the gun that Leighton was holding when he was caught by the police.
Selamat malam.
It is a Webley revolver, a reliable weapon.
Nih, senjata revolver ya.
It seems as though the shells were not removed from the cylinder.
Apalagi nih. Apalagi nih. Udah habis kah? Ini dia. Oh, tuh kepakai 2 peluru adik-adik. Tuh. 2 peluru, 2 selongsong nih kosong.
2 out of the 6
Oh, peluru
shells
kosong.
have been fired. There were
Ada
2
2 tembakan
shots.
adik-adik. Apa memang benar dia pelakunya? Coba kita deduksi dulu nih. Leighton revolver. To victim. Double murder, pembunuhan ganda. Kenneth Butler dan Brian Vercotti adalah korban dari pembunuhan ganda ya, yang dilakukan oleh satu orang. Oke. Oh, masih ada lagi deduksinya. Double murder sama. Oke, jadi ada 2. Yang pertama simultaneous shots. Turner could hear the contrast between 2 fired shots as in fact 3 shots were made. At first a single shot was fired and then 2 guns fired simultaneously direct afterward. Atau firing position. Turner could hear the contrast between 2 fired shots as they were made from different points in Half Moon Street. Yang mana adik-adik? Yang pertama, Turner bisa mendengar perbedaan ini ya, suara tembakan yang pertama, padahal sebenarnya ada 3 yang yang ditembakkan. Yang pertama single shot, yang kedua 2 kali tembak gitu. Atau sebenarnya Turner bisa mendengar perbedaan tembakan itu karena yang satunya ditembak dari jarak yang berbeda. Nah, gimana adik-adik? Menurut gua firing position ya. How about that, guys? Firing position, apakah gua salah adik-adik? Menurut gua sebenarnya memang 2 tembakannya ya. Tapi yang satu posisinya beda. Mungkin dia habis nembak sekali, terus dikejar dia tembak lagi. Kedua ya. Terus sementara kita simpan dulu. Anjing, masih ada lagi loh. Lootless. The victim. Lieutenant Chapman is the only person who has seen Hoffman straight after Brian kind of he was standing over. Okay. Common statement. Nectar revolver. Compiling evidence. The witness testimony and the crime weapon clearly point to one possible culprit, Lieutenant Chapman. Ya, dari semua bukti-bukti yang udah ditemukan memang mengarah ke Lieutenant Chapman ini. To victim. Oke. Oh, masih ada anjing. Oke, lootless dengan to victim dengan common statement nggak bisa nih. Tapi masih ada loh tandanya. Atau firing position, salah gua. Nggak masuk firing position yang benar. Nggak ada yang bisa, bang. Iya. Atau gue yang salah nih? Nggak masuk kan? Udah bener sih ini. Cek semua barang dulu, bang. Oh ya. Lanjut aja dulu ya. Ada jam.
Watch, bought with his own money, no doubt.
Gimana?
Cheap watch, bought with his own money, no doubt.
Jam murah. Ada jeruk. The fuck?
These cigarettes are filled with cheap tobacco.
Murah.
Nothing interesting.
Semuanya serba murah. Rokok murah. Rokok murah, semua serba murah. Udah habis nih ya. Wait. Kesel, bang. Oke.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
Ya, kita tanya dulu nih. Ini penting nih.
Good evening, Mr. Chapman.
Abangnya Wiggins nih.
I've got nothing to say. It's all a mistake.
Calm down, Leighton. I have come here to help you. To find out if you truly are innocent, as your younger brother Wiggins has told me.
My brother? You know him? Then that means you're...
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, anjing.
Oh, blimey. All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell you everything.
Oke, kita dengar ceritanya dulu.
Good. Tell me your account of what happened.
I left my work and I hurried up to see the fireworks in Whitechapel. I was late, so I decided to cut through Half Moon Street. I saw the first fireworks light up in the sky. I bumped into a constable on a corner before entering Half Moon. Then suddenly, what with all the firework flare, I saw two men. They were both lying flat in the middle of the street.
Tuh, pas waktu meledak dia diam di situ, bukan
I
nembak.
thought about turning back to the police, but as I was thinking of that, I saw a third person. He was leaning over the body that was furthest from me. The second I saw him, he raised his head and he stared at me. In a flash, I saw his gun, but he made a dash for it instead and he escaped through Whitechapel Street.
Time to return.
So you might still have had time to return to the constable.
Sebenarnya dia bisa balik ke
Panicked.
belakang.
I
Dia
didn't know
panik.
what to do. Anyway, I approached the bodies just to see if they were still alive. I saw that one had blood pumping out of his stomach. He was dying. It was horrible. The second one was already dead. He had a hole in his head. He was holding a gun in his hand though. I took it. And then I followed the third man.
Hah, ada orang lagi. Jadi dia megang pistol adik-adik, korbannya justru megang pistol. Apa gue yang salah? Korbannya justru megang pistol. Terus dia nge-follow orang ketiga, ngikuti orang yang ketiga.
Interesting. Pray, continue.
I turned a corner and I saw the man standing in the middle of the street. He seemed to be in some sort of panic. And then, Mr. Holmes, something strange happened. I told the police and they laughed at what I said, but I swear to you, my words are true. I started running towards him. But then I was blinded by a flash. It was so bright that I hardly saw anything for a good dozen seconds. But I kept running forward. As I arrived in Whitechapel, I heard a woman screaming. And then I was caught by the police. But there wasn't a trace of that man. Of course, then they found a gun and all that blood. I couldn't see the murderer escaping and all that mess. Perhaps I was still half-blinded at that moment.
A thrilling account, my young man.
Orang ketiga ini.
Leighton, are you able to describe the person whom you saw standing in Half Moon Street?
Well, I wasn't able to see his face at all. It was too dark, and he was too far away. I could see his silhouette.
And what about that?
Nothing so special. He was wearing a jacket. He was quite average in size and his weight.
I see. Was there anything else that struck you at the time?
No. But perhaps it's strange, but I can't remember the sound of his footsteps as he was running away. Perhaps it was because of the fireworks or the surprise of me seeing him.
Gimana tadi katanya adik-adik? Bentar ya. Kita cek dulu nih. Yang jelas pasti lukanya ini nih. Grow up on the street tuh. Dia tumbuh di jalan. Deep scar tuh luka yang dalam. Tapi lukanya ini apakah luka lama adik-adik? Apa luka baru? Oke. Recent beating. Oh, dia ditinju nih adik-adik. Hot headed. Dia gampang emosian nih orangnya nih. Wait. Oke. Baru aja dipukul, terus yang ini the fuck? Lag, cok. Office clerk. Fancy scarf, mahal. Downtown fashion, office clerk. Mahal nih adik-adik. Shellnya mahal. Shellnya mahal. Hah? Ini kan tato yang sama dengan Siapa tadi satu lagi yang mati di belakang? Kenapa kau ngikutin dia?
Leighton, I confess I am puzzled. Why should a young lad like you take a gun from the hands of a dead man and set off in pursuit of a probable killer?
I know. I keep wondering that, but at the time it was like a reflex. A criminal ought to be arrested, and he was armed.
You were willing to risk your life. That was a little foolish, unless you wanted revenge.
Tuh kenapa?
No, Mr. Holmes. I was just being brave and stupid.
Jadi gini adik-adik, kata Sherlock Holmes, kenapa kau berani mengambil pistol dari orang mati gitu? Apakah kau orang berani atau kau ingin membalas dendam gitu? Nah, masalahnya itu dia ada tato yang sama di tangannya itu kayak sama si tato siapa? Aduh, yang mayatnya itu loh. Jelas dia berhubungan nih menurut gue nih. Turner's Contradiction, Westgate Prisoner.
I'm sure that you were, but I believe that you may have recognized
Brian
one of the
Vercotti.
victims, Brian Vercotti. You knew that gentleman well, did you not?
However could you know that?
You have a typical tattoo of the Westgate Brotherhood.
Kau punya tato
on
yang
your
sama dengan
hand. I
Vercotti.
observed exactly the same mark upon Mr. Vercotti. You came to know him from your sharing a past prison sentence. Am I correct, Mr. Chapman?
God. You're right, Mr. Holmes.
Oke, ya kita tanya Brian Vercotti. Dia satu sel dulu adik-adik, pernah di penjara di tempat yang sama.
Would you tell me a little about Brian Vercotti?
We were convicted for a robbery. Once in prison, both of us joined one of these fraternities. During that year, we tried to help each other out, you know?
Oh, orang ini
You were
perampokan
quite
dulu.
young then, I believe.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, we were. We'd only stolen a pound of meat. After we were released and when I saw what my little brother had become, I decided to work towards living an honest life.
And Vercotti?
He had a hard time. His sister had died in a Whitechapel dispensary while he was in prison. He had no family anymore. Our paths split. He fell back into crime.
So you lost him?
Yes. And for around 2 years, I heard no news of him at all.
We shall see you soon, young man.
Jadi, ya dia ini siapa namanya? Aduh, siapa nih? Kok nggak muncul dialognya? Kok nggak muncul dialognya? Ya, yang jelas dia dulu satu penjara sama si Vercotti ini ya. Terus nggak ada kabar katanya. By the way, adik-adik boleh ya? Adik-adik boleh, sangat boleh sekali membantu gue adik-adik nih. Like Chapman is in his 20s and is Norwegians older, growing up on the street and being hot-headed lad. He committed a crime for which he served time in Westgate prison. He's currently detached from his past street life and is probably working somewhere and office clerk. Jadi sih bang, siapa tahu ada yang baru. Oke. All acquaintance sama common statement, no? Like statement, no? Lootless. Personal motive. The violent crime committed in Half Moon Street by Leighton Chapman could have had personal motive. The violent crime. Kriminal yang kasar ya. Dilakukan di Half Moon Street oleh Leighton Chapman. Bisa jadi ini motifnya motif personal ya. Oke. Anything else? Imaginary man. The person, orang yang dibilang oleh si Leighton Chapman ini, yang dideskripsikannya adalah orang imajinasi supaya ini menghilangkan kecurigaan sama diri dia. Oke. The fuck, double murder. Oh my god, dia pelakunya adik-adik. Dia pelakunya adik-adik. Kok cepat kali ya? Tapi menurut gua abis ini langsung kasus adik-adik. Leighton Chapman commit a double murder at Half Moon Street. And all and mutual enmity between Leighton Chapman and Brian Vercotti was the motive for this crime. absolved Chapman. Despite committing murder, Lecton is a young, albeit foolish and impressionable man. His younger brother Regents would be left completely alone. Lecton's sentence will be shortened. Condemn Chapman. Lecton Chapman may be young, but he is already faces murder who killed a prison acquaintance for a long-standing grudge. He deserves life in prison. Continue the investigation. Oh anjing, ada pilihan loh. Continue the investigation. Yes. How about that? Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes?
Ya, agak kurang gimana gitu. Double murder. Ada motif lain gak sih? Nggak mungkin kayak gini aja kan? Apa ini? Klaim hak cipta terus aja. Bang ada rota apa tidak? Iya lihat nanti ya. Kebakar street bang. Iya bracelet aja belum ada kita ini ya. Belum ada kita periksa kan. Kita periksa dulu nih. Nggak mau. Pasti masih ada anjing. Nggak mungkin secepat itu. Oke. Ini nih. Search archive, an antique golden bracelet that was found in Mr. Turner's flat. It is decorated with distinctive ram heads. Letters. Ini surat yang lalu ya. Plans we use murder. Ini yang lalu nih. Oke. Search for bracelet. Antique bracelet, newspaper, encyclopedia, research, hemlock seed. Yang mana adik-adik? Rak buku yang ini ya, ensiklopedia. Antik nih. Ah, ini di anjing langsung ketemu. These beautiful antique jewels represent a part of the Hellenistic treasure collection. Depicted are the 5 heads of mountain rams upon bracelet, necklace, and ring made pure gold. The 5 rams of mighty land have been missing from the museum since 1885. Oh, jadi ini udah lama hilang adik-adik. Tapi itu di tengahnya ada sesuatu. Gak sama dengan kayak punya kita nih.
I need to continue my research in my archives.
Use article about antique. Tahun 1885 dikatakan kan? Nih. The Hellenistic treasure were stolen yesterday evening while being transported by cab on their way from the British Museum to the Glasford Fine Art Exhibition. Pawn shop owner Kenneth Butler contacts Scotland Yard that night and provide information regarding a gentleman who had attempted to sell him a collection of historical art at his pawn shop in Church Street. The police have since captured the described man, a professional thief by the name of Vincent Foley, who had been in the process of escaping London via the port. He was recognized by the surviving driver of the cab, had been transported to blah blah blah. Vincent Foley refused to confess as the reminder the treasure were hidden. He was eventually imprisoned. The lost treasure are still to be found. Alright.
Here it is.
Siapa nih Vincent Foley?
One of the victims, Kenneth Butler, was involved in the story of the stolen Hellenistic treasures. A visit to his pawn shop should tell me more.
Berarti kita langsung aja ke pawn shop. Oke. Ini kita ke pawn shop. Berarti kunci tadi jangan-jangan kunci ke pawn shop ini adik-adik. Wait. Nah, ini dia. Door lock. Nah, ini kan bener kan kunci ya kan?
Mr. Butler's key matches the lock perfectly.
Apa yang pertama nih? Sepertinya alright. Ada apa? Ini kembang api nggak sih?
Crampons and a sharp
Enggak.
ice axe would only be brought here by a mountaineer.
Alat pendakian. Only that? Bukan tadi kata mau lihat satu artikel lagi. Emang iya?
A flare pistol. Perhaps it was pawned by a destitute sailor.
Tuh. Pistol.
It looks as though Mr. Butler kept a careful record of his
Ada
operations.
buku. Nah, ini dia pasangannya.
The ram's heads. This necklace belongs to the 5 rams of Mittelin collection. Interesting.
Ada surat adik-adik.
That means that Kenneth Butler owned a part of this collection all this time, 10 years after the theft.
Ini ada suratnya. Halo Kenneth, aku mengingatmu sekali semenjak kau memberitahuku tentang 3 bagian dari jewelry golden emas ya dengan ram heads from ancient Greece. Apakah kau masih mendapatkannya kan? Kau masih punya kan? Gitu kan? Well, berita bagus untukmu. Aku menemukan seseorang yang kaya dengan uang ya, yang tergila-gila dengan perhiasan itu. Dan dia mau mengeluarkan ini ya, uang berapapun. Aku bisa ngatur pertemuan dengan orang yang bawa duit ini denganmu, tapi aku ingin kamu kasih aku bagian katanya kan. Aku menunggumu di perjalanan di simpang ya, Great Ally and Half Moon Street on Sunday evening before the fire Brian Vercotti. Oke. Ada deduksi lagi. Long lost art, Butler's jewel. No? What? Brian Vercotti can Lecton statement. Tidak juga. Butler jewel. Nih, ada lagi nih yang baru nih. Burglary motive. The search for the missing Hellenistic treasures could be motive for the crime that was committed by in Half Moon Street. Mr. Turner pick up the bracelet directly after the murder, but the ring is still missing. Atau Jadi yang pertama ini ada motif pencurian ya. Motifnya pencurian. Jadi dia mau nyuri perhiasan itu. Atau yang kedua personal motif pribadi yang di luar itu. The violent crime committed in Half Moon Street by Lecton Chapman could have had a personal motive. Gimana adik-adik? Kiri kanan adik-adik. Personal atau burglar? Pencurian atau motif personal adik-adik? Yang mana menurut kalian? Kalau yang ini? Oke. What the fuck? Robbery. Lihat Chapman. Masih sama anjing. Oke. Satu artikel lagi ya. I think golden acres with two RAM headphone. Oke, kita coba ke Baker Street lagi ya. Personal atau pengen dapat duit adik-adik? Oke. Nggak ada nih, nggak ada lagi. Tuh, nggak ada. Nggak ada kok disuruh. Artikel yang mana disuruh cari lagi? There was possible crossover between Kenneth Butler and Brian Vercotti and how Muslim examined the dead body and performed reenactment. Ini dia kita temukan. Yang jelas si Brian ini ngasih surat ke si Kenneth Butler ya, buat ini, buat ketemu sama orang yang itu, yang mau beli emas itu. Mana lagi nih menurut kalian nih? Di newspaper bang. Kenapa di newspaper?
My archive.
Tuh nggak ada.
I can always consult with it.
Tuh nggak ada lagi yang bisa diiniin. Apakah kita kemana lagi nih? Ke pawn shop lagi kah? Oh my god. Ini mulai memusingkan gue. Nggak bisa. Ke half moon. Oke. Oke. Coba lagi nih kita kesini nih. What?
What's up with you, lad? What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for my brother to be released.
Your brother?
The one that you caught, beat up and imprisoned.
Ah, the murderer.
He ain't killed no one, copper.
Watch your mouth, lad, else you'll be joining that worthless brother of yours.
Nah, ada drama dikit ya. Oke, ini dia saatnya. One of the victim possibly select the gunman. Kayak gunman-nya justru ini. Nah, 2. Terus one of the victim possibly has gone twice. Find out who. Pokoknya seseorang di antara kedua ini pokoknya menembakkan pistolnya 2 kali adik-adik. Siapa menurut kalian? Apakah yang ini? Kenneth? Ataukah ini? Terus kalau udah diselect gimana?
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr.
I suppose that I shall have to move my stool now.
This mirror is turned towards Half Moon Street.
Mr. Holmes, did you see my brother at Scotland Yard? Is he all right?
Berarti kalau yang
I wish this crime had never happened, Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Turner udah habis ya? Mr. Turner udah habis berarti kan? Mas satu gimana ke dindingnya nih?
I am unable to see any higher. I need to find something to lift my lamp.
Oh, harus dekat-dekat. Item require. Tiga. Aldi.
This should be useful.
Oke. Bullet
This
impact.
is most definitely a bullet hole. The brick cracks are fresh.
Tuh,
Watson, there was a third shot fired in this street.
ada 3 kali yang ditembak. 3 kali tembakan ternyata adik-adik. Two victim, third shot. Crossfire. Kenneth Butler and Brian Vercote both died of crossfire, with each of them holding a gun. One of the guns is now missing. Double murder. Kenneth Butler and Brian Vercote were victim of double murder carried by one person. Menurut gue bukan double murder lagi ya, tapi crossfire adik-adik. Jadi mereka itu saling baku tembak kayak tadi. Mereka tuh saling baku tembak. Sama-sama mati ujung-ujungnya. Apa? Berarti simultaneous shoot nih. Wait, what? Apa masih double murder? Apa masih double murder adik-adik? Oh, Meli mau ini. Crossfire atau double murder? Kalau double murder masih ini adik-adik. Robbery. Nggak. Gue nggak, agak kurang nih. Gue sih crossfire. Berarti yang dibilang siapa tuh bukan imaginary man. Taruh dulu nih. Tahan dulu, oke. Tapi masih ada lagi deduksi. Lecton statement tershot. Oke. Disappearing man. Lecton Chapman statement regarding the jacketed man who disappeared at Half Moon Street now seems reasonable, as the 3 shot at the crime scene prove the presence of a second gun that is now missing. Oke. Reenact Mero. Yang mana nih, adik-adik? Wah, pusing gua. Kemana nih adik-adik? Coba ganti yang crossfire. Ini tetap jadi double murder. Kalau gitu konklusinya sih ini robbery, pencurian. Coba cek juga peluru tembok di rumah Turner. Oh iya juga ya. Tapi nggak bisa dicek. Udah nggak ada lagi, udah bener itu adik-adik. Cari Mero, ajak ngobrol lagi. Oh iya. Oh iya bener anjing.
Constable Marrow, I would value your assistance in this investigation.
It would be my pleasure, Mr. Holmes.
I would like to make sure that there are no places in Half Moon Street where a man could hide while you were running through it with your lamp.
All right, Mr. Holmes, what should I do?
Take your lamp and start walking, just as you did before, and try to find me.
Understood.
Gimana tadi katanya? I'm Asrock, what shall I do? Take your lamp and start walking just as you did before and try to find me. Understood. Oke. Jadi kita jadi si constable-nya ya. Bentar ya. Jalan sampai ketemu Sherlock. Iya nih. Jadi dia itu jaga sebenarnya di sini adik-adik. Dia jaga itu di sini. Nah, cuman dia jadinya ke sini kan. Nah, terus dia mandang di sana. Gelap tadi itu di atas. Gak ketemu anjing Sherlocknya.
No, this is not how I walked at the time of the crime. I was more attentive. Let's start over again.
Oh, fuck. Oh, anjing ini dia.
I can see you very well, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
Masih kelihatan. Anjing, goblok. Di sebelah sini
Here you
anjing.
are, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
Manakah kamu, Sherlock? Sherlock, hello. What the fuck? Gimana anjing? Main peta umpet, Cok. There you are.
Mr. Holmes, it wasn't difficult to find you at all.
It is obvious now. No one could escape Constable Marrow's lamp while hiding in the street.
Tuh. Jadi hampir nggak mungkin ya, hampir nggak mungkin orang lolos dari lampunya ini, Corners Inside. Lieutenant sama stated that he saw a person landing over. Nih, jadi nggak mungkin ada orang lain yang lewat gitu. Up the walls. If we can assume that there was one more person in Half Moon Street at the time of the crime, then where was no way forward or back or escape, only up. Let us reenact the action described the firework described by Lieutenant and attempt to convert. Jadi ada kemungkinan gimana kalau di atas gitu loh. Find the flare gun and climbing equipment. Oh, di sini anjing. Ah, di pawn shop. Alright. Oke. Jadi ada kemungkinan ke atas. Is it possible?
These tools are exactly what I need to climb the wall.
Saatnya pansos. Seperti admin dulu. Ya. Salah anjing, kenapa ke Scotland Yard? Ke tempat Sherlock yang sembunyi terakhir. Oke. Siapa yang udah mulai ngantuk adik-adik?
Why are you looking at me all the time like that?
I'm just watching you, lad.
People...
Yes, street beggars and thieves.
Baru ini.
I ain't a thief.
Oh, no? Then where did you get whatever it is that you're gnawing on? I very much doubt that you bought it.
What ain't seen can't hardly be stolen.
Kasian anjing.
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
Agents.
I'll do anything to save my brother, Mr. Holmes.
Terakhir sembunyi di sini anjing. Aha.
It would be my pleasure to
Kayak mana adik-adik?
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
Pakai imajinasi detektif. Nggak bisa anjing, dia cuma bisa dipakai kalau memang ada yang ini. No.
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr.
Pas di tempat
Holmes.
ngumpet ya bang. Kan masalahnya tempat ngumpet ini nggak ada ininya adik-adik. Belum ketemu tempat ngumpetnya itu, makanya ada kemungkinan nggak ke atas. Di sini. Oke, fair. Thank you udah nonton. Kalau ke atas. Ayo adik-adik, tolong bantu adik-adik. Flare pistol udah bang. Oh iya belum. Itu di mana tuh? Di pawn shop juga ya? Flare pistol. Oh iya itu juga tadi anjing. Masih mikir. Iya Luna, ini game kalau jago nih bisa berpikir kita nih, bisa menganalisa. Nih di sini ada sesuatu, tadi ada pistol. Nih,
This
flare
is
pistol.
exactly what we need in order to imitate the flash of the fireworks.
Right. Langsung saja kita ke Half Moon Street. Malah nggak ngerti kalau kan ini ada pembunuhan terus kita pecahkan. Kasus pembunuhan siapa pelakunya?
Wiggins, my lad, what are you doing here? You'd best be leaving and be quick about it.
Diusir, cok.
I've done nothing wrong. You'd learn more by watching Mr. Holmes. He knows exactly what he's doing. Not like you.
Anjing, dikatain.
Oi, watch your tongue.
Dikatain, cok. Oke.
Constable Marrow, Watson, I would like to perform another kind of reenactment with your help.
I'm listening, Mr. Holmes.
I want to check if Leighton's testimony can be trusted. If someone could vanish into thin air at a specific moment.
But Holmes, I don't see how.
I am going to be the mysterious gentleman whom Leighton followed. I will stand exactly where he saw him before he was blinded by the flash. Watson, you will be Leighton. When I fire the signal flare, you should start to chase me.
I understand, Holmes.
You, Constable Marrow, just play your part and do exactly as you did. Just, please, wait 5 seconds after the signal flare. I doubt that Polly Powell would have screamed any earlier.
As you say, Mr. Holmes.
Let us begin then. Catch me if you can.
Wah, anjing, tangkap aku kalau kau bisa. Oke. Climb the wall. Yang mana menurut kalian adik dindingnya? Yang pasti si Polly itu ngeliat berarti yang ini kan?
The streetlights fall directly on this wall. Not an ideal spot to escape the crime scene. It is also directly in front of Polly Powell.
Nggak mungkin.
The moon illuminates this wall. Anyone trying to climb it would be easily spotted by Constable Marrow. This wall is cast in shadow. It would be difficult to see anyone scaling it.
Oke, peta yang ini. Oke. Oh. Anjay. The fuck? Magic, bro. It's magic.
barely see anything. Holmes? Are you there?
Holmes, apakah kau di situ?
I should try climbing faster.
Oh anjing, harus kencang, Cok. Enggak paham maksud. Iya, itu kan flare gun. Bikin mata buta.
I can barely see anything. Holmes? Are you there? Where is he? My God, a man can't just disappear like that.
Tuh. Sangat handal memanjatnya adik-adik.
Holmes? Holmes? Where are you?
I cannot see you, Mr. Holmes. Dr. Watson, it seems that Mr. Holmes has disappeared.
Don't worry, gentlemen, I am up here, above your heads.
How on earth did you get up there, Holmes?
I am using crampons and a climbing axe, although the person we are looking for did not leave any traces of such tools. Constable, is there any way to get to the top of this building?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, I can show you. The door to the building can be found from Whitechapel Street.
Gentlemen, I am on my way down.
Gila. Oke.
This is the back door of the building with the attic floor that
Oh,
you
ini dia.
required, Mr.
Berarti kita bisa masuk nih. Oke. Oke. Right. Broken window. Oh, ini ada jendela yang rusak adik-adik.
Someone broke through the window to get inside the attic, but in his haste he ripped his jacket.
Ini ada jaket di sini. Chubby fabric. Black threads. Bajunya hitam nih jaketnya. Oh, ada sesuatu.
A cluster of thick black threads. They're unusually strong. I should examine them under the microscope.
Gigi gilang. What? Oke, ada deduksi. Long lost a Lite statement. Wall climber. Now. This is it. Layton tidak bersalah. Layton Chapman statement regarding tentang orang misterius, orang berjaket itu yang misterius yang berpartisipasi dalam dunia pertembakan tadi di Half Moon Street itu ternyata benar. Atau the witness testimony and the crime report clearly one possible culprit Layton Chapman. No, this is not Layton Chapman. Berarti ini udah bukan imaginary man lagi. No. Berarti di sini bukan crossfire. Oh my god, okay. I still lost. Burglary motive atau personal motive. Wait, what? Layton Chapman statement regarding Mr. Jacket was completely true. Berarti bukan imaginary man lagi nih. Long lost up, wall climber, no. Firing position. Menurut gue justru yang ini adik-adik nih. Double murdered crossfire. Gimana menurut Luna? Tapi yang barusan kita dapat apa? Perform analysis. This black thread taken from torn Half Moon Street. Oke. Pasti kita ke Baker Street lagi nih. Oke. Examine black thread. Apa ini
Let us
black
take a
thread?
closer look. It is not a thread, but a hair.
Rambut?
I very much doubt that it is human.
Hah? Itu
I
rambut
need to
tapi kayaknya
compare
bukan
this
manusia.
sample with a human hair and a horse hair.
Rambut kuda.
A shaving brush is usually made from horsehair. Watson, could you please pass me your shaving brush?
Here you are.
You?
Watson, look, what's outside the window?
Where? I don't see anything. Ouch! Holmes!
Oh, don't make such a fuss. One little hair. Human hair is significantly thinner than the black sample.
Oh, kalau rambut manusia lebih tipis.
The horse hair is thinner than the hair that we found. So, this black hair belongs to an animal, and it is larger than a horse. A hair from a large and exotic animal.
Lebih besar, binatang lebih besar daripada kuda. Exotic animal hair, wall climber. Circus acrobat atau imaginary man. The man who vanished from the crime scene at Halmus could be circus acrobat. He managed to scale 30 foot high wall in matter of second. A hair from a large exotic animal was found on his. Jadi dicurigai ada ini ya, orang sirkus adik-adik. Orang sirkus nih yang terlibat. Karena dia bisa memanjat dengan cepat dan punya hewan-hewan ini eksotik. How about that? Oi lah. Tuh kan ditukar anjing semuanya. The person who has seen only by Lite Chapman escaped the crime scene by climbing the wall. He was skillful acrobat. The criminal took a gun from one of the dead bodies. Ya, jadi dia tukang akrobat dan dia mengambil senjatanya. Abang kau baru saja video pontik kacau nih. Oke, jadi kita ke mana lagi nih? Half Moon Street lagi ya harusnya. Atau kemana? Continue. Coba tanya ke Chapman lagi. Oke, wait. Wiggins diusir lagi kah?
Look here, lad. You'd better go home and start thinking about what a fine pickle your brother's landed himself in.
Ha! But he'll be free tonight, 'cause he's innocent.
Don't be daft, lad. It's a closed case.
Ini masih bebal ya, bilang abangnya bersalah. Bukan abangnya yang bersalah, Constable.
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
Jadi pelakunya mungkin skill dalam hal akrobat gitu kan? Bukan skill dalam akrobat lagi. Emang orang akrobat jangan-jangan. Orang
Mr.
sirkus.
Holmes?
We have good news for you, Wiggins. The investigation has proven very interesting so far. We found facts and
Kami menemukan
details
fakta
that
dan detail
confirm
kalau
your brother's
abangmu tidak
innocence.
bersalah.
I knew it, Mr. Holmes.
But for now, Wiggins, we need your help.
Anything you like, Gov.
I need you to locate a circus that has stopped over in London. It needs to have disposed of at least one exotic animal, a very large one.
You can count on me, Mr. Holmes.
Oke. Jadi untuk membuktikannya, dia nyuruh Wiggins cari satu tempat sirkus ya. Oh, pantas tadi ada kaca adik-adik. Alright. Lebih
I
besar
do
daripada
hope that
kuda.
these children don't get into trouble, Holmes.
Don't worry, Watson. I predict some news in 7 seconds.
Oh, sirkus apa
Mr.
aja?
Holmes, we found it. Here it is.
Gajah. Tapi apakah gajah punya bulu? Duval Bros greatest show on earth. The Marvelous Dancing Elephant nih.
And this is a young Indian elephant, the highlight of the show.
Oh. Ini gajah India adik-adik.
Duval Brothers, a well-known traveling circus that is currently stopped in London. I believe that is exactly the type of circus we are looking for. I'll pay it a visit.
Duval Bros Circus. Ganti baju bang. Oke boleh. Cari kita cek dulu. Big Mom. Why he staring at us? Ganti baju ya. Nggak usah ganti baju sih. Kita ganti ini aja. Pakai topi. Nih, padahal topi sama nih dengan aku nih. Shit lah. Mesti ganti baju bandit. Iya. Anjay.
Aye, you! Stop right there.
Good morning, sir. Pardon me, but
Oh,
why
yeah.
am I
Khusus
not
gembel,
allowed to
anjing.
walk around here?
Because it's private.
Well, I only wanted to meet the artistes.
You're wanting to apply for...
Iya.
Nah. You don't look like the type of, artistic lockpicker that we're looking for.
You might be surprised.
What? Nah. I don't think so. Clear off.
Oke. Baju lagi, Cok. Masa ganti baju gembel nih. Galak yang jagain. Black suit, brown suit, green suit, grey like bandit outfit. Bandit pakai topi kah? Bisa loh pakai ini. Akhirnya pakai topi yang sama dengan adik. Berarti ini gue pakai topi gembel, Cok. The fuck? Gue topi gembel anjing. Gimana Naura? Sama kan? Nomor 11. Kenapa nomor 11? Nggak bisa pakai topi yang ini ya? Oh, topi nomor 11. Anjing, topi gembel kayak gini.
I would be easily recognized without facial hair.
Oh. Suruh pakai ini samaran. Pakailah kacamata, nak. Nah, kacamata kayak gini. Anjing, ini gaya gembel sekali nih. Anjing, gaya gembel, Cok. Aduh. Gak gembel sih kelihatannya.
Spectacles are unpopular among thugs. I don't want to arouse suspicion.
Gak boleh pakai kacamata, anjing.
Stay where you are. What are you doing here, and where is Sherlock Holmes?
Calm down, Watson. Take deep breaths now. It's me.
It's me.
Thank God, Holmes. I can't get used to your disguises.
Thank you, Watson. That means I am ready to go.
It's me. Anjay, gembel nih, senggol dong.
Who are you? What's your name?
My name is Nigel.
Nigel.
I'm here to open the locks.
Talented, eh? Let's see. Go inside the marquee and show yourself to Charles Foley.
Oh, Foley.
And I'd
Yang
highly
tadi.
advise you not to trick him. Got that?
I've got it.
Ini dia orang ini, orang yang ngasih surat ke Kenneth sama Vercotti tadi nih.
So, everything is here just as you asked. And what about the money? Some of the barrels are wet. Transportation issues, it couldn't be helped. Whatever. We'll be here after midnight to pick up the supplies. I want to be paid first. No. You'll be paid after we make the transfer, as I said. Right? I hope that no one saw you. The police are on the lookout. Of course not. I'm a professional. Glad to hear it. Be ready for tonight then.
Okay. The fuck? Oh, ini sirkusnya nih. Sirkus only for gembel. Barel? Minyak?
This wooden barrel is damaged. It is difficult to say what is
Oh,
inside.
ada apa tuh di dalam ini, barel?
This wooden... There is a spot on this barrel that was intentionally painted out.
Tuh ada yang dicat ulang. Paint RP. What?
The crest of the Honorable Artillery Company. Could it be gunpowder? I need to be sure.
Ada senjata. Hit. Bubuk mesiu adik-adik.
Judging by the fractions and the scent, I can confirm that it
Mesiu,
is, in
cok,
fact,
mesiu.
gunpowder.
Right.
The barrels are roughly clustered. It seems as though they were brought here in a hurry.
Jadi di sini mereka bawa mesiu. I don't know for what use. Printing press. Itulah ada bang. Gunpowder anjing.
There are enough posters to paste across half of London's walls.
The poster, rise up and keep rising from lamps
That's a
into lions.
picture of a contemporary gentleman wearing a Robin Hood hat.
Buat
Interesting.
kembang api, bener. Bisa jadi.
From lambs into lions. Those are words of encouragement and defiance. This poster was clearly made to fire up rebellion amongst the people. This printing press is old, but still quite capable of printing hundreds of pages per day. Powder kegs.
Ayo, yang punya analisa, yuk, let's go.
And a great many blank papers. All of this was stolen by the Merry Men quite recently. And
Merry
these
Men.
poster samples. I am quite sure it is not a coincidence. The Merry Men are planning some sort of sabotage.
Stop right there. Who are you?
Are you Charles Foley?
Maybe.
They say that I can open any door.
Do they now? We'll see that lock near the chains on the table over there. Open that.
Oke. Ya, kita ada periksa dulu. Kunci. Kompleks ini protected safe. Berarti ini kunci yang penting. Anjing bulu jemput ini tidak ada, cok. Belum dicari recent trauma. Hah, lukanya baru. Anjing detail banget loh, sampai urat-uratnya kelihatan. Armored. Bulldog revolver cutthroat. Ring 5 ram Mythelen stolen antiques. Ini dicuri juga nih. Iya sih ini pelakunya. Tapped fingers agility practice acrobat nih kan. Iya sih ini. Holy revolver long antique ring. Man in jacket. Charles Foley wears an antique ring, the last missing piece of the 5 rams of Mighty Land. Joel said, and also a revolver retained under his belt. It proves that Charles Foley is our mysterious jacket man who nimbly escaped the crime scene at Half Moon Street. Ya, jadi dia ya yang dicurigai nih, man in jacket, man in black.
Are you still tampering with that lock?
What now, bitches? Oh, sekarang ini nih. Ah, I hate this shit. Wait. Ntar. Oke, ini digeser-geser. Aha. Alright. Aha. Gue paling males nih teka-teki ini, sumpah. What? Oh anjing, baru tahu gue ini bisa di-rotate bangsat. Sabar adik-adik ya, sabar. Nah, ini dia anjing. Oke Sarah, open the lock and the circus marquee complete. Then what?
Ah. Well, they're right. What's your name?
Nigel Shirley, from York.
Ah, Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me?
How did you hear about me? Gimana caramu tahu tentang aku? Antik Brassel, apakah ini adik-adik? Enggak anjing, nggak mungkin yang ini.
Ah, Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me?
Turner controls door key. Anjing.
Ah, Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me?
Dari mana kau tahu tentang aku? Relative.
It's a long story. I met your brother, Vincent the Butcher Foley, in prison. He told me all about his betrayal and all about you. Before I was released, he told me that you might find a job for me one day and pay me some money for me craft.
Well, he died 7 days ago in prison.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all right. The traitor has paid the blood price for it. And you'll do the job anyway, because I need a talented lockpicker. I know just where to search for his legacy.
It's all about the Hellenistic treasures, isn't it?
Oh, jadi Vincent Foley.
You fool. Now, listen up. You'll come with us tonight, and you better mind yourself.
Us?
Jadi ini
Wait,
abangnya Vincent
who's coming
itu.
Billy, Jack, and me.
And what will I get for that?
We'll share the loot. The one you seem to know about.
Right.
Wait for us at the abandoned manor house on a corner of Ladbroke Grove and Kensington Park Road at midnight.
Jadi dia abang ini
Deal.
membalaskan dendam adiknya. Nih. Jadi abang ini membalaskan dendam adiknya, guys. Notting Hill Manor. Continue.
Here I am at the manor. Somewhere inside it are the Hellenistic treasures.
Katanya ada salah satu harta itu di sini, adik-adik.
This lock is quite old. It shouldn't be much of a challenge.
Oke. Nih kita pecahin lagi. Fuck this shit. I hate this shit, man. Wow. Alright. Good. Wait. Anjing kacau. Oke. Yes. No. Fuck. I hate this shit, man. Really had that shit. Anjay.
I need to find where the safe is hidden and lockpick it.
Eh. Ada. The fuck? Kenapa musiknya kayak gini anjing? Enggak.
This cupboard is an absolute mess. Several books have fallen from the shelves. It seems as though this cupboard can be moved. I'll give it a try.
Oh! Nani?
So, that's the lock I must open tonight. Let me see.
Oke, Sherlock tidak menyerah ya. Tentu saja Sherlock tidak menyerah. Anjing, easy.
What a surprise. Another lock. And I won't be able to pick it. I recall that precious key around Foley's neck. It might prove a decent fit. I suppose they hired me to only open the first lock. Let us wait for the thieves.
Ada dua kunci adik-adik di dalam ini. Dua kunci di sini.
Let us check the thieves' possible escape routes in the event that they are caught off guard by the police from the front door.
Nah, nih kita cari tempat di mana dia ini ya bakal kabur. Cek tangga. Bentar ya. Oh, fuck anjing goblok. Goblok lu.
The ground floor window is a perfect way to escape the police.
Apa berbunyi anjing? Gua merinding, ada siapa di sini yang merinding?
Although this window is high above the ground, it would be possible for one of the thieves to attempt to use it for their escape.
Tidak bisa. Cek.
This should be useful.
Ini apa itu anjing? Yang jatuh di tangga. Jing, ini bikin kaget mulu, cok. Apa?
This works very well. No one will escape through this window now.
Oh, bisa digeser. Berarti cuma satu nih jalurnya.
This door is a perfect means of escape in an emergency. This door is a perfect means of escape in an emergency. This door leads to a kitchen, which holds the shortest route to the back door. This door leads...
Ini butuh kunci juga.
Oh, that's a lovely old carpet.
Gak penting anjing. Maka penting.
A solid rope.
Tali. By the way, ini rumah siapa ya?
The thieves won't attempt to escape through the front door if the police are right behind it.
Mana bisa jatuhin ke tangga, gimana anjing jatuhinnya? Oh my god, it's hard. Jatuhin mana bisa anjir, di sini jatuhin. Oh.
There is no ladder. If anyone falls here, he will need assistance to get out.
Ada jebakan Batman cok di sini. Corner.
This should be useful.
Harus tutup pakai karpet. Oh.
This should be useful.
Kita buat jebakan Batman anjing.
Now, it's not an open hatch, just a nice carpet on the floor. I should walk carefully here, else my plan will be ruined.
Jadi kalau dia kabur dari sini,
now,
jebakan
if the thief
Batman.
runs through the kitchen, he'll pay a surprise visit to the cellar.
Oke. Block with chair. Jadi cuma
The
satu
door is
jalur.
now blocked.
Oke. Now what? Ini dia. Top stair. Dikasih jebakan Batman ya. Mutiara itu biar licin.
One step on these beads, and our thief will go flying. I should walk carefully here, else my plan will be ruined. Any thief who finds his way upstairs will roll down very quickly.
Right. No escape. Chandelier.
I wonder what this old chandelier is doing on the floor. It looks as though it was poorly attached.
Hammer.
I suppose that the thieves already tried to open the lock with this formidable hammer, but they were unsuccessful. What a surprise! These are the marks of ineffectual lock-picking attempts.
Oke. Pakai imajinasi itu benar. Jadi kalau pencuri sini, dia jatuh gitu kan.
The door is now blocked. This should be...
Kamar pakai imajinasi. Oh. Dia bakal ambil palunya. Lalu menghancurkannya. Lalu dia bisa kabur.
if anyone takes the hammer, the rope will uncoil and make the chandelier fall. If he runs through the dining room and takes a sledgehammer to force open the door, the chandelier will knock him down. The traps for my circus companions are all prepared. I can leave now, but I'll return later with Charles Foley and his companions.
Bagus Alfi, berarti kamu imajinasi kamu main Home Alone. Ntar lagi selesai nih. This is it.
Police! Police!
Cing. 2, 3 kena semua bangsat.
Stop where you are!
Where are they?
Trapped, Watson, with your assistance.
How so?
Well, you sounded just like a real Bobby, my dear fellow. You startled them into the traps.
I did?
I assure you, Watson, it was quite an entertaining show. They will not escape the house now.
You scum!
And this is the pistol used for the murder in Half Moon Street.
How do you know about that?
Have you closed the case yet, Sherlock?
Mycroft.
Mycroft, what are you doing here? Did you follow me?
Sherlock, it may seem that I used you, but you should be pleased to know that you have served our queen well, in this instance. So now, let us catch the big fish. But this man is not one of the merry men.
No.
Nih,
Then
lanjutannya
why
Merryman
exactly
ini.
are we here, Sherlock?
This gentleman, Charles Foley, has been involved in a double murder and the hunter of a set of valuable antiques, the Hellenistic treasures, which disappeared in a theft many years ago.
You're no better than the coppers.
Kita buka aja. Oh my god. Abangnya.
Holmes, that is incredible. The Hellenistic treasures.
Indeed.
Nothing but trifles. Where are the merry men?
I don't know why you are asking me, Mycroft. They are yours to find.
I'll see you soon, dear brother.
Okay. Hidden art. The antique discovered inside the hidden safe of the abandoned manor at Notting Hill represent the collection of Hellenistic. Yang dicuri dulu nih. Foley Vengeance. Jadi si Foley ini ya, dia membalaskan dendam adiknya ya. Charles Foley organized the theft of Hellenistic treasure, which was related to the double murder at Half Moon Street. Like Chapman was witness to the crime. Absolve Foley. Charles Foley will be in prison for organizing a grand theft. Since he is not directly guilty of murder, his sentence will be shortened. Condemn Foley. Charles Foley organized and execute a wicked plan of revenge with the added theft of ancient and valuable treasure. He deserved the rope. Yang mana adik-adik? Kiri atau kanan? Gue sih kanan ya. Tapi kita coba kiri dulu gimana? Kita biasa main 2 ending ya. Kita selesaikan dulu yang kiri gimana adik-adik? Ada kasus lagi, ada kayaknya. Kasus terakhir The Merry Man. Duh, anjing gue toilet, ntar nanggung. Absolve Foley dulu aja ya.
Charles Foley, you were a witness to a double murder. You were standing next to Vercotti when Butler fired at your accomplice. The jeweler missed him, but they proceeded to kill each other with simultaneous shots. Even if your intention was to retrieve the stolen treasure, you did not intend to kill. I shall inform Inspector Lestrade of that fact, so your sentence should be the lighter.
You are a fine gentleman, with your fake pity.
I do what I think is right. It is never due to pity. Farewell, Foley.
Menurut kalian Foley ini gak bersalah adik-adik? Soalnya memang bukan dia si
Gentlemen, please
pembunuhnya.
take our friends here into custody.
Where are you going?
I have unfinished business. I'll see you at Baker Street.
Be careful with the lamps. Don't bring them too close to the barrels.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Who's there?
That is of no importance. What matters is who you are and the plans that you have here.
So you can stop us from carrying them out?
Eventually, yes.
Hey, careful. You'll blow us all up.
I'm listening.
We are a group known as the Merry Men. But I suppose you knew that already. We are the men who've already lost everything of value in their
Oh,
lives.
ini Merry Men itu.
We are ruined shopkeepers. We are workers who were fired from their jobs. Honest people who were robbed. We were forced out from our homes and thrown onto the street. And all of this in the name of the so-called law. The laws that were set out by our government. The laws that make the commoners only more vulnerable and the wealthy more protected. We are not only from the British Empire. Some of us are from the New Lands, America, Australia, and we are many. But men we are still, and we are merry for that we stopped being afraid. For those powers that be had done their best to plant the fear inside our souls, and we accepted it so easily. The fear advised us to keep our heads bowed. It prevented us from fighting. Bankers and politicians, they own our lives, our work, our bread, and they push us to compete between each other, just to see who may serve them better. But in the end, they are the few, so they are weak. They are nothing without their titles. We should not fear them. Our so-called masters should fear us instead. The time has come for our group to stand tall. Our great and many merry men. We are going to blow up the London Stock Exchange. No lives shall be lost. But ownerships, debts, and property titles? They shall all be destroyed. They're only papers, after all. So many people will be freed over this night.
That is a radical step to take. What result do you truly expect?
Chaos. But soon people will understand that they are free, and that they don't belong to anyone. They will be able to work for themselves, together, without letting the rulers dictate what to do, and finally justice will arise.
What you are intending to do is a crime. It is not justice.
How do you see justice, then? Kids go to prison for a loaf of dry bread. And how many lords do you see punished for stealing from their people? Sending them to their deaths in mines or overseas to fight for land? Our masters wouldn't hear us. So now it's time to sing the song of the merry men. Will you let us do our duty?
Nanti datang abang, iya mungkin. Throw cigarette. Waduh, ini pilihan adik-adik. Gimana adik-adik? Jadi Merry Men ini adalah orang-orang pemerintah dulunya yang dibuang, yang dipecat ya, dan diasingkan lah gitu. Nah jadi mereka nih nggak terima lah gitu. Jadi tujuan mereka ini, mereka tuh nggak mau bunuh orang, yang jelas mereka cuma mau menghancurkan ini milik-milik senjata ini gitu. Senjata-senjata ini nggak ada yang punya gitu kan. Mereka nggak bunuh, cuman dia nggak ngasih senjata gitu-gitu. Gimana menurut kalian? Menurut kalian gimana adik-adik? Biarkan rencana mereka atau kita nggak setuju dengan rencananya? Got your call, my call. Karena ledakan adalah seni adalah ledakan, cok. Tapi gimana ya? Ledakan aja, Kak. Masa diledakkan? Kalian cuma mau ledakannya kan, anjing? Throw cigarettes. Dia cuma mau pingin itu loh. Ledakan aja ya. Oke, ledakan aja lah.
When people fight the order, they are too blind to see the consequences that throw society into chaos.
Dia berharap chaos kan?
I shall
Iya,
stop
benar-benar
your
itu nggak baik.
actions, but not you. Run. Now!
setuju budak korporat nggak?
So, you're interested in Russian literature now?
Quite lately.
It is an interesting book. I remember a few lines.
Really? I tried reading it myself, but I had a hard time understanding it.
Yes, Doctor. It's about intelligence. Sherlock, I vaguely recall one of the lines. Sometimes it takes something more than intelligence to act intelligently. There were also a few words along the lines of pain and suffering are always inevitable for a large intelligence and a deep heart. Tell me, Doctor, does my brother show any signs of pain or suffering?
Not that I know of.
Because you see, Doctor, behind all of his masquerade, my brother does possess a deep heart. So deep that he does not recall where he places his love.
Well, I'm sure that...
His love and his duty that, in the first place, should be directed towards the Empire. For without it, we would be nothing. A country filled with uncivilized men.
And the Empire needs order and discipline. It has no room for chaos.
People who commit crimes, or at the very least intend them, deserve punishment, Sherlock. Without justice, there can be no civilization.
But we serve the truth, not justice.
Your truth, Doctor, that may prove immoral. Allowing people to terrorize London, destabilizing the whole empire.
Terrorize only the powers whom you serve, Mycroft. Not I, not Watson, not Mrs. Hudson, not Wiggins.
Sherlock, the merry men are to be stopped.
Not by me. You created the merry men. Stop them yourself. Only make sure that you don't create 10 more merry men by arresting the one.
Good night, Dr. Watson.
Ribut dia.
Anything in the post, Watson? Any clients worthy of our attention?
Only a second reminder from Mrs. Hudson about our new neighbour. She urges you to remove your...
Oh, I don't care about that.
Holmes, the lady who will be moving in shortly has requested the use of our spare room to place all of her boxes.
Wait, what? A lady?
No doubt Charles Foley will be imprisoned. He organized the theft of Einstein traces, but he did not directly commit the murder of the Holmes. You have decided under such circumstances his sentence can be shortened. Udahlah ya, inilah ending paling benar kayaknya nih. Setuju nggak adik-adik? Setuju nggak? Karena si Charles Foley dia nggak langsung membunuh, jadi ya gimana gitu. Dia cuma ngambil senjata orang yang mati tadi, sama kayak si itu kan, si Turner kan, cuma ngambil senjata doang dia. So, I think lihat ending 2 kelamaan, lihat ending 2. Lagian ending 2 gue lama, gue mau anjing. Accept decision. Udah selesai kah? Udah, Mel. Case statistic. People suffer this case the same way. Oke, bener. The case the same way, sama kayak gue nih, 96%. Nice. Mau pipis aja. i7 Max layout semua anjing pindahannya. Yang kereta, aduh yang kereta asli itu bener-bener pusing. Ya yang pakai S, aku juga ini ya yang paling suka sama yang itu. Senjata pembunuhnya adalah pisau S, luar biasa. Itu bener-bener mutar otak sih. S itu yang ketiga, iya benar. Ditambah lagi kayak banyak sejarahnya gitu loh, main apa jadi arkeolog, bener. Kasus korupsi bansos seru, waduh. What? What is this? Sama anjing kursinya dengan kursi aku. Memang benar-benar Sherlock anjing. Ngudut doang anjing, nunggu ngudutnya sampai kapan nih? Open cashbook. Oke. Baker Street. Evidence. Documents. Dialogue. Chronicle. Oke. Ini adalah hadiah-hadiah eksklusif yang kita dapatkan. Ini dari kasus pertama kita dapat harpun. Yang kedua kita dapat train whistle. Ini silver knife ini. Ini nih paling ide banget nih ngebunuhnya. Pakai kubik apa? Kubik-kubik kayak gitu anjing. Dan ini adalah garpu. Kasus paling easy yang ini nih. Deadly plan. Nah, ini juga ngide nih bunuhnya nih. Merryman poster. Nah, inilah dia orang-orang yang terlibat selama ini. Kenapa ini? Ini kenapa nih? Rian Turner is around 60 years old. Oke. Oke, lengkap semua orangnya adik-adik ya. Lengkap semua. Akhirnya adik-adik. Akhirnya kita berhasil menamatkan Sherlock Holmes The Crime and Punishment, everyone. Thank you so much semuanya buat yang sudah hadir dan selalu menemani di kasus-kasus Sherlock Holmes. Walaupun gue juga tahu penggemar Sherlock tidak sebanyak yang lain-lain ya, kayak Live Pass gitu, nggak seramai itu. But I know beberapa dari kalian ada yang sangat menyukai game-game yang membutuhkan keahlian otak berpikir kalian ini adik-adik. Gimana menurut kalian adik-adik? Apakah yang selanjutnya kita bakal menamatkan game Sherlock Holmes yang lain? Gimana adik-adik? Apakah kalian setuju? Lanjut Sherlock, Bang. Kalau kalian setuju, silahkan ditunggu saja. Gue bakal beli game selanjutnya, tapi kita tamatkan dulu game-game yang lain, seperti GTA Cina, Naruto, Tekken, what else? Terima kasih buat kalian semua yang sudah membantu Sherlock Holmes dalam memecahkan kasus-kasus tersulit di dunia ini. Semoga kalian juga menjadi demen Sherlock Holmes. Kalau kalian demen Sherlock Holmes, kalian bisa membeli novel-novelnya. Seperti aku ini, ada 2 novelnya. Atau kalian bisa nonton filmnya juga di Netflix. This is the novel. Buku 1, buku 2-nya, kalau digabung jadinya seperti ini. Ayo tebak, ini muka siapa? Dan gue sudah buku kedua hampir tamat ya. Ya inilah dajalnya. Buku kayak gini ditamatkan. Kitab suci hanya sekali khatam. Luar biasa. Jangan ditiru adik-adik. Oke adik-adik. Kita lanjut lagi di kasus-kasus Sherlock berikutnya. Terima kasih buat yang udah menonton. Jangan lupa untuk selalu klik like, comment, dan subscribe. Thank you so much buat kalian semua yang selalu setia menonton live Sherlock Holmes. Kalian luar biasa dan kalian adalah viewer-viewer yang spesial karena kalian berbeda dari bocil-bocil lainnya. Kalian bukan bocil bang, PES bang, PES bang. Bang kapan Dota, bang kapan Kalo. Oke, game-game seperti itu memang banyak yang nonton. Game-game seperti itu kayak main PES, oke itu banyak yang nonton. Tapi kalian berbeda. Kalian memutuskan untuk menonton kasus-kasus Sherlock Holmes ini sampai akhir. Dan kalian memang viewer spesial karena kalian mau mengasah otak kalian. Dan kalian memang berbeda dari bocil-bocil lainnya. Thank you so much semuanya. Thank you so much semuanya buat yang udah menonton. Sampai jumpa lagi di live stream berikutnya. Saya rasa game gini yang seru. Ya, tapi tidak banyak peminatnya, hanya 80 orang. Yang biasanya kalau main Dota bisa 200, 100 lebih. Valorant juga gitu, PES juga gitu. Gua Sherlock Holmes alias Robby S Putra. S stands for Sherlock. Call me Robby Sherlock. Pamit undur diri dulu di series Sherlock Crimes and Punishment. Sampai jumpa lagi di kasus-kasus Sherlock berikutnya. See you next time and bye bye. Ingat, walaupun bentukku seperti ini, penampilanku seperti ini, ingat, kebenaran hanya ada satu. Oke? Dan tetaplah berada di jalan setan. See you next time. Bye.